The V is free, sort of.
Oh my God.
Stay tuned, we'll let you know what we're talking about. Okay, it's me, Baxter,
And Sean.
from Casino Guitars.
That's right.
And believe it or not, we're actually a guitar shop. We have a showroom, this is not it, this is the studio.
Yeah.
And we're doing an amazing giveaway. The road to 100,000 subs. It's also a huge anniversary coming up for us next year. Every month, we're giving away something special and cool. This month, it's a PRS
That's right.
blue guitar.
The theme music to this is The Road Will Rise Again. The song is called Rise. It's by Public Image Limited. Go check it out. You'll get it whenever you see it.
That just made me
That's right.
happy.
We're going to do a lot of giveaways, lots of fun stuff. Check the live streams
Okay.
on Wednesdays for that. And into magic.
Okay, the Flying V has been a contentious issue for years with old Gibson and Dean guitars.
You
Yeah.
mean armadillo
Yeah.
something, something, something?
I didn't want to say it, but yeah, Armadillo, whatever their parent company is, that is actually Dean's guitar, which is a really funny.
You know what armadillos are?
They're
Industrious. They live on and they win.
land crabs.
Land crabs, that too.
They're land crabs mixed with King Charles Cavalier puppies.
So how many Deans do you own?
0.
Oh, okay.
can't keep
Anyways, the Flying V.
Oh no, so this case came in last year, and they've been doing this for back and forth. The V is a trademarked. They want to have it as a trademarked body shape, and Gibson's kind of won it last year. And so Dean lost, but they went to an appeal, and now the appeal has been won by Dean, and they're going to have a retrial. That's sort of what's going on right now. It doesn't just involve the V. It involves the headstock. It involves the logo and the writing. It involves every aspect of this silly guitar.
Okay. How many times can they do an appeal on something? Like, could this go on forever? It cannot, right? There's only 3, I believe, right? Isn't that it?
I'm not sure, but that's supposed to be the idea. That this should be the final one.
Okay.
And it's complicated because this opens it up for all the boutique builders out there too that have been sort of having issues with Gibson along the way.
Well, I'm going to share some of my philosophy on this.
Give me your
Just
philosophy,
briefly.
and I'll share mine.
Yeah, let's go back and forth on this for a second. I am a believer that whenever it comes to certain parts of a guitar, it's okay. The body shape, I think that is something that is perfectly fine to share into the world and let it be what it is. Because especially if it's like 70 years old, I'm like, it's iconic. Like, clearly, there's a tip of the hat to Gibson whenever they make a Flying V. Or at least there maybe was, maybe not so much anymore. But to me, that's okay. Headstock shapes. Everyone should have their own headstock. That to me is the signature. That's what you
tricky.
sign off on.
It's tough. No, I mean I agree with a lot of your points there. The Stratocaster body shape has become the most copied and popular body shape of all electric guitars.
Yes.
Now that's because they didn't really pursue it until way too late. So I guess they're trying to get this V. The V's late too. They're trying to get it, but it's been an issue.
Yeah.
So I'm going to argue the manufacturer's side just for a minute. Like,
Go for it.
I get it because they did come up with these designs,
Yeah.
even though they might have been stolen from someone else at one point. That's a whole other YouTube story. We can get into the history of all these body shapes.
Cue Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
Oh boy. Bum, 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 da, 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 da. It's Dave. It's a smorgasbord of who knows started this body shape, but it's tricky. I get why they would want to defend it.
Yes.
I do get that. It's their design. They came up with it. It's their intellectual property.
Yep.
I understand. I like to think of it as they're so big they don't have to worry about someone stealing their fire in that way.
Yeah.
It's an homage almost. With Dean, it's different because Dean is a pretty big manufacturer, and they're building a lot of units and sort of replicating what Gibson did. When I see small boutique builders, I'd be like, let it fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point. I think whenever it is it a product that you would be ashamed to see out on the market going to people and it being inferior or being something that isn't handcrafted by somebody who actually gives a damn, I'm a big perpetuator of if you give a damn and you're doing it, like a lot of the boutique builders, like you're saying,
Yeah.
We've got some friends who do stuff like this, and
Or you
I
could
think
say
they make some magic.
Because they screw in the whole thing, like, down with the corporations. Whoever wants it, take it.
Yeah. But then the other tricky part with that, like you're saying with the IP, and we won't say any names, but some other corporation just picks it up and runs with it. And it's like, okay.
Yes, it's well, I mean, and it's the same thing. You can look at the most iconic guitar again, the Fender Stratocaster.
Yep.
And the most popular design by PRS this past year is arguably very similar to a Fender Stratocaster with a different headstock.
Yes.
And it was designed in collaboration with the artist that was a Stratocaster artist for decades.
Those 60 styled guitars. Yeah.
But part of me is like, I think it is weird. There's also part of me that's like, I'm okay with it at this point because we're so into the history of the guitar. That's 1954 for a Strat.
Yes.
We're in the 50s for the V. It's become part of our language.
Yes.
It's almost like the song Happy Birthday. Yep. You can do a spin on it how you want to. I love going to a nice, Mexican restaurant. Happy birthday. So much fun. I always love it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's a great point. It is a part of the language of guitar in a way. It's a part of tradition. Like anyone, if you showed them just the body of a Stratocaster or a Flying V, they would just go, guitar. Like that's just
in
our
most
minds.
people honestly know a Stratocaster. They associate that with Fender. Even if it's not a Fender, like if most like people, laymen on the street saw a Silver Sky, they'd be like, Fender.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
like, because it is a lifestyle brand, kind of like the Les Paul.
Yes.
It has that same thing.
I would even go as far to say I believe there's been moments in the guitar shop where I've had people off the streets come in and say, that Fender is a funny looking headstock. They don't get it. They're like, they don't know. And that's just because we're so inundated into the guitar world that whenever we see it, we know exactly what it is. Other people outside of the music world in general probably have no clue, and they probably don't even know any of this is going on either, which is even funnier. If you
it's funny, and this will keep going on. This is not over yet. This is just the next step. So in the original trial, Gibson won, but they had to, I guess it was the doctrine of latches was applied too, so they couldn't go back for like great punitive damages and like a financial recoup. They're just trying to stop it right now, so that's their Gibsons. They just don't want the V happening with anybody but them, which again, I can understand why. Now, Armadillo, this is July of 2024 is when we're shooting this and when this just happened, AKA Dean. They just sort of got this appeal to reset the trial and go again because there was some evidence that wasn't put forth in the previous ones.
Yeah.
We'll see. So this is not done yet. So there's a chance that this becomes fair for all to use, or Gibson locks it down.
Yeah. I mean, I think either way it shakes out, the world will continue to spin. It'll be interesting to just see how it shakes out. I don't know,
Well, either way it shakes out, too, there's going to be a lot of lawyers making a lot of money.
Oh, yes.
This is like this. If you're the legal team at Gibson, Fender, PRS, and the major ones, Dean, then you got Taylor and Martin, all those other cats, like they are busy right now they're always busy with copyright, patent infringements. This is a big one, though.
This is big. It feels big. It feels like it's been that thing in the background back whenever it first happened. And, we know all the circulation of the Play Authentic stuff and everything like that, right?
Gosh, forgot about that.
It's been a thing that just feels like it's kind of happening in the background.
Well, it's funny it's about the V, too, because the V is such a strange guitar. Let's just be real for a minute.
Yeah.
The V is it's hard to play. It slides off your lap. You can't sit down and play it.
Yeah, and I'm speaking openly with this too. Like the Les Paul, I would like to know if the Les Paul body shape is that in the same position? Because I see that's probably number 2,
there's
number 3.
There's going on underneath, but it's out there. It's like Fender's body shapes are out there. It's too late.
Yes.
And I think that's too late now too.
Yeah.
The V is one they're trying to get right now.
Yeah. I wonder if from going to the V, it turns into more. If there was some crazy change of events.
Would it be funny? Here, bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody wanted to isolate the humbucking pickup as just that proprietary company's ability to produce.
Oh my God.
But I don't think it's possible because then it's like, well, this guy made the car.
Exactly.
So no one else can make another car.
Well, this other guy, he used, it could just go on forever.
I think we're stuck there.
Never.
So this is, again, developing story, but, if you're a lawyer, it's pretty fascinating. And it's fascinating to us as guitar shops, too, and guitar lovers and guitar players, because I'm curious to see where this drops. Once you sort of see the mechanisms behind all this, like when they do license out, like if that's a Gibson or Fender licenses you out to be able to build some of their guitars, you pay a fee as the builder. It can be pretty high. That's a whole other video there, but it's like it's a lot higher than you think.
Yeah.
A lot higher. So
it's tricky.
It is tricky. So
I think I can speak for both of us whenever I say We love the little boutiques. We love Gibson. We love Fender. We love Dean. We are guitar lovers. So
We're lovers first and foremost.
Yes. I just hope all this shakes out in a sense where everybody's holding hands at the end of the day and they're like, you know what? We can figure it out.
I think it's just like politics used to be. People they look like they're sparring and stuff, and they're actually all chums.
It'd be funny if they walked out of the courtroom, they're like, yeah!
Dude, that was
High
awesome.
five.
You know how much more attention we just got on our Vs? The V sales are down. We got to do something to get V sales up.
More Vs.
God, conspiracy theories on the Vs. But no, let us know your thoughts. Let us know if you have a V. If you like playing Vs, click like, subscribe.
Hit the bell.
Road to 100,000. Make sure to tune on those live streams. That's where we're giving away stuff.
Things.
And guitars and people. That's all I got to say. Peace be with you.
We'll see you next time.
Have fun playing.
Ooh.